Welcome back to the DGD Podcast. It's a day where we go to war, so you know the visor's coming out. Obviously, as you are aware, you've got Kobe Pierce, Robert Reynolds, and special guest Chris Marler from Saturday Down South. Chris, welcome to the show, my man.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate having me. That graphic was cool as hell to start the show.
I call myself a wizard.
Did you do that?
You could say that.
I don't know. I mean, should I say that? I don't know. I mean,
It's up to you. I don't really care. It's up to you. We'll leave it as is. Okay. We'll leave it as is.
It used to be better before you got rocked for whatever, but the intro used to be the horn they do before Georgia games. I'm like
the long trumpeter, the battle hymn. Yeah, the battle hymn. Speaking of battle hymn, that is one tradition that could be draft eligible today because today us three are athletic directors and we are building a program from scratch, and we'll call it DGD University just for the sake of the show. And we have multiple categories, and we're going to do a fantasy draft. If you're familiar with our all-time Georgia team draft, it's the same concept, different categories, but I think this is going to be a fun thing to deal with. So if you're in the comments, by the way, engage with it. Let us know what you think. But first, before we get started, the show is brought to you by our friends over at Apotheos. Hey, check them out, dgdpodcast.com/Apotheos. Use that link. 20% of every bag that you purchase will support the Classic City Collective. That obviously is the Georgia Athletic NIL, and Kirby has backed that. So support the dogs using the link right there. Follow them at Apotheos Roastery on Instagram, Apotheos Coffee on Twitter. Let them know that DGD sent you. Good Lord, I can't speak today. And also, while you're at it, check out our other sponsor, Alumni Hall. Check them out. If you go in the store, by the way, mention the show, 10% off your order. Use the link. Use the link, dgdpodcast.com/alumni hall. Check out all their licensed gears, Nike, Cutter and Buck, you name it. They got it. Check them out. Follow them at Alumni Hall UGA. That is for both Instagram and Twitter. Now, we are back, and it is time to discuss this draft. So, draft order. First overall, Kobe Pierce gets the first overall pick. I will go second. Chris, you will go third. This was determined pre-show. It is a snake draft. So, Chris, once you are hit your pick, you will then switch it back around. For anyone that is curious. Yep. And here are your categories. The conference, the stadium, the campus, a tradition, facilities, uniforms, a mascot, a helmet, a logo, a fight song, the entrance, and a head coach. I feel like all these categories are key to building a program. And they're all going to be interesting to see how we draft when we draft. These are in no particular order. So you could pick a conference first or you could pick it dead last. It's completely up to you. Chris, are you good to go?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about when I should draft Maction.
There you go. Dude, People don't understand Maction. You're going to learn. All right,
People, if you don't understand Maction, that just means you don't gamble nearly enough. What's up, Visor?
Visor saying you can't pick everything Bama. Listen,
I mean, at this point, and what's funny too is Bama fans would probably be in here saying Marler, you can't pick everything Georgia. So I love it. It should be good.
I mean, listen, for the sake of the show, I'm not going to sit here and be a homer, even though I have my Georgia stuff on. Right, I'm going to war. See this, Visor, guys? I'm going to war. Y'all know what it means. But with that being said, obviously this encompasses picking off anything from the entire NCAA. It can be a Power 5. It can be a Group of 5. It could be D2 if you have anything. But here we are with that. Chris, you're good, you said?
Yeah,
Kobe, you're good, you said.
All
right, guys. All right. With that being said, Kobe, with the first pick of the DGD University draft, you are officially on the clock.
I'm going to start us off hot here. I'm taking the great Kirby Paul Smart at 1-1 at head coach.
Oh, my goodness. This is painful to see. Visor says, can we do Coastal Carolina field? Listen, that is completely up to you.
Gross.
I mean, that's a part. Ultimately, the field is a part of the stadium, so you would have to select the stadium. So technicality there, no. For the second pick, I will take. Oh, this is going to be fun. I'm going to take. Let's see. I'm going to take the Georgia logo. Taking UGA logo here.
Off the bat?
I think so. Listen, it's all about the G, baby.
I don't know about that one.
All right, so
logo.
I hate to do this to Visor, but I'm going to get started in a very humorous way, and I'm going to take Bama tradition and Nick Saban. If
So
you're
you're
taking Kirby, and the only other tradition I would think of is I kind of want to say USC, but they don't win natties as much.
So you're taking head coach. You're taking head coach.
I'm taking Saban, and then for tradition, I'm taking Bama.
Okay.
All right. So now with the third pick, you took Saban.
Right.
Is that correct? Okay. And then the fourth, you took Bama. Be specific on the tradition. Is it the Dixieland Delight? Is it what?
It's the national titles.
Oh, the national titles.
And the winning. Okay. It's just the winning.
You. Yeah, that's more okay. So I just wanted to be clear here.
It's like a tradition. You mean like a tradition with the school?
Yes. Yes.
I fucked up then. Okay.
No, you're. I mean, you can switch it since it's your fourth pick. You can switch it since there was a miscommunication if you need to.
Okay. Well, let me switch it then.
Okay.
And then I'll take, just to ruin your guys' day, I'll take mascot. I'll take UGA.
Oh, that hurts.
You guys can suck it.
Fair enough. So it is my turn again. I'm going to go ahead and take I'm going to get a head coach because I think this is going to matter here. I can't do Joel Osteen down there up in Clemson. So give me Ryan Day. I think Ryan Day would get your offense, but if the right coordinator win that man championships. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, yeah, all right, yeah.
The right defense. If he got the defensive personnel set, the offense is going to sell itself.
There's just so many different narratives about college football if he doesn't blow a 14-point lead.
Twice,
which is a kudos to you guys and how great that team was and putting up 46 points per game against ranked teams.
No, you're not wrong at all. You're not wrong.
I'm usually not. That's what I always say.
So I've got Ryan Day. Kobe, it is your turn, sir.
I'm gonna start off with. I'm gonna go head coach. Then we go conference. I'm gonna go the SEC, greatest conference in the world.
All right, that is all right. Round 2 is now done. Round 3, Kobe, start us off.
I'm gonna go next with uniform. I think, which is different than helmet.
Okay.
But it's kind of one and the same. So I'm not sure if I shouldn't wait on that.
Okay, what you got?
But I'm going Ole Miss when they wear the red jerseys, and then I guess I'll have to pick the helmet here in a minute.
Well, hear me out though. So the difference between the two, the uniform is only for pants and jerseys. Helmets are completely different. So you can choose whatever helmet, but the uniform. Say for instance, you chose Ole Miss, right? If you chose Ole Miss uniforms, that means any combination that you want, you have access to ultimately.
Any combination. So Ole Miss, you could do the powder blues, right? Like everybody loves the powder blues. You have access to that just by choosing the school. Fun fact about that real quick is that I just love the fact that powder blue doesn't match the helmet because they don't have enough money to buy the color palette.
Yep.
That's crazy. That makes no sense to me.
Fair enough. All right. So it's my turn now. I'm going with the stadium. Ooh. And I'm going Tiger Stadium.
Death Valley?
Yes, Death Valley.
That's a good pick.
I think you have to get the right stadium. And listen, 100,000 plus capacity is key for me. Okay. And think about it. It's also, the campus is situation, but the stadium itself, 107,000 people, or 103, 102,000.
Yeah.
That's difficult to overcome.
Now, does campus, is that the same as city? Because
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to just piggyback off you, and I'm going to go Athens. And then for stadium, I'm going to pick that next, and I'm going to take Beaver Stadium up in Happy Valley.
Ooh, that's a good one. With that being said, though, I'm going to jump into something that I think people are overlooking: facilities. Give me UGA facilities.
It's about fucking, excuse my language, about fucking time you guys got some facilities. The fact you guys just got the indoor facility blows my mind.
Yeah, I know. Kobe, have you had access to that yet? Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he's been inside of it. I mean, Georgia needed that, right? Georgia needed that. I mean,
this is all I got to tell you. When I was a freshman in Kirby's first year, like in 2016, we had no indoor.
That's crazy.
At the University of Georgia, we had no indoor. Like that. I mean, just sit there and think that Georgia has gone from no indoor,
right? It's like
to where we are today.
In this day and age in the SEC, it's like, man, what they had a bad week. What happened? It's like it rained 2 days in a row, so we just couldn't get in the work.
Yeah.
It was even better than the indoor facility is your end zone. What you guys did with the end zone under the
west end zone.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Everything that Georgia's doing program wise has been awesome.
You had a 20-yard. They called it the green room. So you're the only SEC school for a while, or one of the only major ones. You had no indoor. Mm-hmm. You had some of the shittiest locker rooms, like in-stadium locker rooms of anyone ever. Like they're built in the 80s.
Right.
Your weight room was smaller than Vanderbilt's at the time, like when Kirby got here. That's just unbelievable to think about.
It sounds stupid to think about it, but it is what it is. Kobe, I think it's your turn, sir. What you have 2 picks. You are on the clock.
I'm gonna go facilities. I'm gonna go Oregon. I saw them in the comment, but I also like Oregon facilities.
Yeah. You know what? They are world class. Excuse me.
Well, they got all that Nike money, so I mean, anything they want at any time is just being poured in there. And then for mascot, I know you took UGA. Can we also take like non-live mascots?
Yeah, I mean, it's
anyone from Georgia though. So don't take Hairy Dog or something stupid.
No, I'm going back to back here. I'm going the Stanford tree.
Oh,
I like the tree.
All right, so
he's a funny mascot because he makes no sense, but he is
one of the only mascots that ever gets suspended.
So how about this? So, like for instance, with the mascot, right? If you think about it, UGA has Hairy Dog and it has UGA. So in regard to Chris getting that, you get both because you tied to the school.
I don't want Hairy Dog, to be honest.
Well, regardless,
you want Spike. That's who you want.
Who's Spike? The one in the basketball
the inflatable one.
There's there's only, I feel like I've only seen 2 of those in like college sports, and the other one is that creepy ass little boy in Nebraska. That's like, that's the weirdest thing ever.
Oh God.
Anyway,
I'm gonna stick out west. I think I want to go. Let's see. I'm not going to do that. I want to make this matter here. Tradition. I said I'm going to take that back. Tradition. Give me the whiteout. Give me the Penn State whiteout.
Okay.
That's a solid pick.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
That's a solid pick.
I had another one in mind. I don't know if it gets picked, but I have another one in mind.
I don't know if it's. Oh man, I feel like I need to take a conference, but I would also kill myself on this live stream if I have to take Big Ten, and I don't want to do that to myself.
You know what though? It happens. Do you need to take them?
No.
you want that Maction? He's all about that Maction.
I kind of am about that Maction. Okay, so I'll say I already got campus. I don't. Tradition is like throwing me off a little bit. Uniforms. How about this? I'll take uniforms. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take Notre Dame.
Notre Dame uniforms.
And I hate myself.
It's not easy being green, right?
Go.
I just
listen. He said uniforms, right? Not helmet.
Yeah.
So the Golden Dome is still available.
They had some rough years though with the was it the Irish series or whatever?
Hold on. Somebody in the comments just said, "Why is nobody taking the
We're not a cult.
We're not a cult. Tradition?
We're not a cult. Didn't you go? Did you try going to that?
I did. They wouldn't let me in because I wore fucking overalls, and they were like, and I spelled my name Krys, and they're like, you absolutely cannot come in here with that. It's spent like $40 on size XXL overalls. That's the only size they had. So I can grow into those, which is nice.
Ever living.
Happy birthday, Kip. All right. For helmet, I'm going to take Michigan.
Oh, that's so iconic. God, that's so good.
Notre Dame jerseys and Michigan didn't even you could probably put those together a little bit if you had to.
I mean, obviously, listen, we don't have the colors.
Gold. You could do gold with the
That'd be sick.
With the stripes.
Yeah.
Obviously, the color scheme. We're not going to imply the color scheme, but just conceptually, I think that's interesting.
And you guys hate blue and gold, so it's Georgia Tech.
No, I mean we just beat the fuck out of blue and gold. How about that? I'm gonna go. I'm going with a mascot. And I want Florida State. I want Osceola.
Ooh.
I want Osceola.
But it's worth it.
I don't – no, you know what, though? People want to talk about canceling Osceola and Florida State until they realize that they are in conjunction with the Seminole tribe.
Yeah.
And the Seminole tribe absolutely loves it.
Well, and also they stopped making a white person dress up in face paint to do it because they used to do that in the 90s, but now it's
nowadays – I mean, they take Florida State takes that so extreme, to the extreme where the Seminole tribe actually provides them with the outfit that literally represents the warrior. It is insane.
Also, Florida State, from a tradition standpoint, Kobe, I don't want to throw this out there.
You're about to. I'm about.
You're about to.
You know that from a tradition standpoint. No, you're going to do the chant. I was going to say they're one of the top 10. Circus schools in the country because that's a real thing. They have a circus on campus.
God, we are getting hit with facts. Where's Pat at? We need some Pat facts. This is next level shit.
There you
this
go.
Is next gen facts right here, man.
So I think I'm up double now, right?
Yes.
So I'm going logo. And I'm going Washington State.
What?
Interesting.
The logo.
The Cougar.
The Cougar. It's flown the most times.
College game
day.
College game day. Okay.
That can also have to be a tradition. And now I'm also violently triggered that you picked Georgia G in the very first round of this draft.
I should have done Miami. It's all about the U.
Yeah, that's good too. Don't be giving out ideas.
I don't care. I can't pick it anymore. I can't pick it anyway.
True.
And then for entrance.
Oh, don't do this to me. God damn it. Don't do this to me.
Georgia Tech.
No, I'm going Florida State with Osceola throwing the flaming spear down in the middle of the field.
That you know what though? That means literally. I'll talk about going to war. That literally means going to war.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's a pretty cool entrance. I mean, the spear's on fire. He's on horseback.
So it's my turn. I'm going to take it while I still got a chance. Give me Inner Sandman entrance from VTech.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I need. I love that entrance. I love that entrance.
Overhyped.
Shit on whatever he says.
Overhyped entrance.
Dude, hold on. You think about this. You give me Tiger Stadium full of drunk ass fans, and then give me Inner Sandman. Done.
What?
Done.
You still got to play the game though.
Yeah. I know that, but I'm saying, listen. We talk. Hold on, y'all know this.
I got a man with a flaming spear running in there. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, y'all know this though. Think about this though. How much did we see last year where home field advantage played a part in some key games?
Are you just talking about LSU Bama?
No.
Okay.
I'm talking about Tennessee, Georgia.
Tennessee Bama too,
yeah. You could say that. I ain't gonna do that to you.
What about
we just got flagged again.
Home field advantage helped LSU against Tennessee.
Oh, that didn't help a damn soul.
Well, that was an 11 a.m. kickoff with the quarterback hurt too. So that was
I mean, those guys were still pre-gaming before they even realized.
That was a rough beatdown too.
Yeah. That was. I'm trying to think of who. There was another big. Wait, that was Georgia Auburn weekend.
Maybe I don't.
It was. I remember my ex had.
Were we at 3:30 and that's what pushed them to be the noon kickoff?
No, so Bama was the 8 p.m. against A&M.
That's when they did. That's when they did the
back to back.
That's it. All right,
so I'm up.
I took VTech Inner Sandman entrance.
I'll do helmet. Wait, I already did helmet. I'll do logo Texas.
Iconic.
It's very iconic. I like it. I already did stadium. Ooh. Fight song? Also, none of us are going to take it, but from a mascot standpoint, it almost would have been smart to pick Auburn since they have so many.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Like, who are you is the question.
You got a lot of bang for your buck.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know. That tree starts running at you, I think I'm running the other way. You know
what I mean? All right. Entrance, just because I'm all over the place. Oh, you know what? Facilities, I'll take You already took Georgia and we took Oregon, right?
Yeah.
I don't really like Bama's facilities.
Really?
I'll hold off on facilities. Now I'm all over the place.
Auburn just opened some new facilities.
They did.
I will
still
say
don't matter because they're fucking trash. Like Utah. Utah's trash.
Utah. Well, shit, guys. You know what? Entrance, I'll take, and I feel like I'm gonna immediately regret it. I will take Clemson running down the hill. Specifically, Dabo sprinting in his khakis, strictly because of this. At some point, that man is going to pull a hamstring, and it's going to brighten everyone's day.
Or he trips and falls.
Yeah, but I
specifically hope. I don't want to wish injury on anybody, but if he tripped and fell, on national TV.
One of my all-time favorite moments in the history of college football was 2013 Florida State Clemson, when Florida State was so good. They're playing at Clemson, and this is the point where everyone's like kind of pulling for Clemson at this point, and it's like a fun environment. But if you've ever been to a game at Clemson, it's my favorite in-game atmosphere I've ever been to. It's so much fun, and I've been to both. Death Valley's been like all over. That place is awesome, and but what's weird is they run off the field at the other end of the end zone, and they get in buses for like a fucking field trip to come around the stadium and then get off the bus.
We saw that. We saw that. Trust me, when we played at Clemson in 2013, we saw that.
It's the most inefficient thing ever. And then, but when Florida State beat them like 51-14. I'll still take that. Now
that we're done with the entrances and everybody's done with the entrance, what about Ralphie?
Yeah.
I had that written down if I didn't get Osceola.
That's a good one.
So I think it's your second pick now, by the way.
It is. I'll take. You know what? I'm going to take conference. I'm going to take Big Ten, but hear me out. Strictly because I would have taken the Pac-12 because of you get to play in the Rose Bowl. You get to go the USC route and stuff like that. You get Pac-12 after dark. But also, I was thinking about conference strictly in terms of easiest route to a natty, like to get to the playoff. And I think Big Ten probably isn't that, but it also is that because it's really the big three. And now you get to have the entire breadth of the country.
I thought you would think about it like they're growing because they're about to add USC and UCLA.
They did, yeah. They already did. And then they're going to add Oregon and Washington soon.
Yeah, so
that's going to be interesting. So now it is my turn to make a pick. Damn, I'm gonna take a fight song.
Ooh.
Give me Southern Cal. Dun 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 dun. Shit's iconic, man. Shit is iconic.
That was impressive too. A little sing along here on the podcast today.
You know what though? Listen. We still have both fight songs, so I'll have to come back to it. Both of y'all have fight songs left, so
can I check in with the scorekeeper here on campuses that have been picked?
Campuses only. Athens has been picked.
Okay. I think I'm going to take a campus, and I think I'm going to take Clemson.
Oh, Auburn with a lake.
Yeah,
I like
Clemson. I've been up there a time or two. It's a nice place.
Interesting.
Okay,
I agree. Oh, I'm gonna circle back to my helmet pick from earlier for my uniforms.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna go just the plain white Penn State helmets.
That's good.
Okay.
Just plain white on the powder blue.
Okay.
I think that could play.
Okay. Man, I could go a multitude of ways here. Do I want to go conference now? God almighty, I don't really know. Let me see what I've got left. I'm gonna go uniforms. I'm gonna go Oregon just because of the options.
That's smart. And because Bo Nix is great.
Fuck that guy. Can't beat Georgia to save his life.
No one can beat Georgia to save their life.
Stop playing.
All right, I'm up.
Chris, it's your
I love Mitch Alday or Alday or Aday. I don't know how to pronounce it. Maybe it's French.
Mitch Alday, yeah.
Mitch. I'm gonna take Michigan's fight song. That thing is Michigan. Dope. He's spot on with that. Facilities.
This is your last pick, by the way, so make it count.
No, I still have fight song.
Oh no, you just picked fight song. Didn't you pick Michigan?
Oh, I'm dumb. Yeah, okay.
So it seems like you have facilities now.
I still have tradition.
Oh, sorry. Yes, my fault. I forgot to
I'm going to take facilities. I'm going to take Texas A&M.
Texas A&M, huh?
All money facilities.
Dude, they put over $700 million into their football facilities alone since 2014.
I'm surprised you didn't choose Miami with a partially built indoor facility, not even a full 100 yards.
And people still have to show up. There's as many people that show up to the practices at Miami as they do the actual game. So it's not.
You're probably right.
And that's just can't believe that. Like knowing the numbers that we've spent on the indoor, the new facility, and the West End Zone, like it's nowhere close to $700 million. No. Like nowhere close.
And they'll say it's for the entire. What do you call it? Like it's the entire. Or maybe I know they've spent $700 million on their facilities. I know that over 212 has been spent in the last 3 years. It's crazy.
And it's coming in Athens too. Like the Stegman, I don't know if you read that it had
have an option now because
it had a piece. They had a piece fall. I think in the next year or two, you're going to build a big time basketball facility.
You have to. I mean, you got to be in a nice place if you're going to finish last in the SEC. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Or at least fourth to last.
True.
So it looks like I have helmet left, campus, and conference. Ooh. Man, this is tough. I'm gonna go ahead and get my conference out of the way. I'm taking MAC, baby. Give me that MAC-tion. You made me think about it.
Oh, I picked Big Ten. That's my own fault.
Yeah, that is your own fault.
What am I doing? All right. You're up.
All right. Kobe, I think it is your turn, sir.
For tradition, I'm gonna go light up Sanford.
Oh, you bastard!
That tradition's been around for 5 years.
But it started while I was playing there, so
you know what though? If you really paid attention to once that started, Georgia has ran with that thing because
it's sick. Now that they do it with the LEDs, they turn all the lights off. I mean, it's so much better than it even was.
Can I just say that the flashing LED lights is just not as cool as we all think it is. Like in any stadium.
Well, hell, the problem is, and I'm glad you brought that up because when you get stuck on a marquee game at 3:30 instead of prime time, it takes away from shit like that.
See, I don't know what that's like because we actually get night games.
We don't.
Hot take though, I feel like the way we use it is just purely to turn them off and turn them right back on really quickly.
Yeah.
Because then when we turn them off for the start of the fourth quarter,
that is cool.
Thing that wraps around the stadium is red. And so it's not really the lights. It's
if you've watched South Carolina, I remember this. If you watch South Carolina, because I remember watching that Tennessee game, if you watch South Carolina's lights, the way they do it could be a little bit too much for my liking. But like Kobe said, the way Georgia handles the whole light up Sanford, it's sick.
Well, I agree. It's not that flash high schooly, we scored again.
Yeah.
All right, you got one more, man.
Yeah, Kobe. Looks like you have just a fight song in a stadium.
Yeah.
Sandstorm is good.
Would that be an entrance or fight?
No, the entrance is 2001 Space Odyssey. That would be
Yeah, I got you. All right, Kobe, you have the stadium and you have
I'm thinking of a good stadium. So you took Penn State.
Chris has Penn State.
Yeah.
And I have Death Valley.
You could take Sanford, and if you never play a night game there, but you could take it.
Yeah, Sanford, and it's growing. I mean, we're about to be at 97,000.
Where are they putting seats?
They're box. It'll be purely box seats. Mostly.
It's the part of the renovations, right?
Yeah.
Where they're extending that press box down.
Extra 3,000, something like that. It's not a lot.
I'll take that though, man. I've been advocating for trying to get it to 100,000 or more. That's just me though.
Oh, there's a man saying Neyland all day.
No offense to any of us here. I don't know if any of us are skinny enough to fit in those seats at Neyland. It is.
I'm thickums. All right. So no.
My favorite Georgia Twitter handle name, George Thickens. That dude, that is fucking phenomenal. That is just fucking phenomenal.
Oh man, Kobe, you got fight song in the stadium, sir.
Let's go stadium. Let's go Michigan.
Ooh,
want the big house?
That's a bad pick. I'll say it.
Want the big house? I'm surprised. You know what though? I'm surprised you didn't go Bryant Denny or the Rose Bowl. Actually,
So I was thinking about the Rose Bowl because of the fact that but I didn't know if that counted. That is the best stadium.
Somebody plays home games there.
UCLA does. Yeah.
But I'm saying, if in terms of being graded for that pick, is it going to be based off of they have 40,000 people on average that show up there for home games, or is it
no? It's just a stadium. It's just a stadium. That's what awesome. Honestly, you have to look at it as an empty stadium. This is where you assume it's a full stadium, but obviously we know certain schools can't.
The rest of your picks are going to be able to fill some seats.
Right. That's fair. Oh, okay. That's good.
Kobe, I think that should be. Now it's my turn.
I think we go back around one more time.
Yeah, it's my turn. So I get a helmet or a canvas. Man, give me Ole Miss campus.
That's good.
Just the Grove. I've always wanted to go and check out the Grove. I feel like that is an interesting spot. Have you been to that or no?
Mm-hmm. Is it
nice? Is it nice?
So the Grove is cool. You have to have somebody that has a tailgate, because when I was there, we were there with STS. It was hey, we're gonna come here. Let us know where we should go. Blah blah blah. It was a night game. I'm pretty sure it was a Bama game. It was 2018 Bama game, and I remember they scored on the first play of the game, and the place went nuts, and Bama won 62-7. But it was, but I remember getting there. It's if you're going, you don't go from tailgate to tailgate, and people invite you in. I would say at Auburn or maybe Bryant-Denny or other places. It people will lock their coolers, and it's very. It's almost kind of like how their student body is, where it's 90% fraternities and sororities, where it's you kind of have to have an in with somebody. So it was cool, but it was okay. I wish I would have known to bring my own beer. How about that?
Fair.
All right, my tradition. I feel like I'm getting.
Go Homer with it, dude. Go Homer with it.
I'm thinking about it, but now TriStar's in here, and I don't want to hear any shit about it because of the ultimate troll they played on Bama this year, which was awesome.
I know we're just
awesome troll. But since I'm so aggressive with my language, and I will never apologize for it, I'm gonna take just the sweet sounds of 100,000 drunk Cajuns saying "suck that tiger dick, bitch." But I'll take neck. I'll take neck.
That's the best. That's the best.
Specifically when Odell Beckham
paid the band to do
the band and was "I'll pay the $250,000 fine in cash. Play neck right now." I was yes,
dude. Awesome. Oh my God! All right, so you are complete, sir. So now it is my turn. I get to choose a helmet. Oh my God! Give me Florida State helmet. For some reason I love the Florida State helmet.
Okay.
Feel like Adonis here, Kobe, picking all this Florida shit.
There's some good stuff down there. Just not really a lot of good football teams.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
If you go in and pick a few things out, I enjoy them.
You're not wrong. All right, so I am now done. Kobe, you round us off with the fight song, sir. What is your fight song?
I'm gonna have to homer the fight song because I just don't know that many fight songs. That's purely off the top of my head. I could not name 3 fight songs. So
just Glory.
Yeah.
Huh?
So both of you got canceled during these picks with Osceola and the Civil War.
They tried. It didn't. It failed miserably.
Good.
You can't cancel us.
I love that, and we shouldn't either. That's a good. I like that. I like that.
It's the same with PETA trying to call for abolishing UGA, the actual mascot UGA. People, you tell me you don't understand UGA without telling me you don't understand UGA.
I don't know.
Dog has a better life than all 3 of us combined.
I don't know if UGA is the same example, but also Rocky Top's not their fight song, or that's not their fight song, right?
No, he's talking about Tennessee. This dude. TriStar's a Tennessee guy.
I know. But I'm saying
that was their fight song.
Isn't that just their song?
It's not their fight song. It's not their fight song. It's
a
different
TriStar, you're very wrong. Almost all of Vol Twitter should be canceled. But when I say canceled, I mean just go to fucking therapy, adults, for a couple of weeks, couple of months, and then come back to football season better than ever. Go back
where they could read their mid-season Bama book.
That is just good God.
That did happen.
All right. Tennessee fans have said to me in favor of you guys. It's crazy.
Yep. All right. So we are now finished with the draft. I'm going to read off these lists. So in the comments, let us know. Right. Let us know what you think. We're going to go review this a little bit. Okay. So to start off, he's playing in the SEC. He's playing in the Big House. He's on Clemson's campus with a light up Sanford tradition. He has Oregon's facilities. He has the Ole Miss uniform, all the Ole Miss uniform styles.
Oh, I forgot. See, but he specifically said red, and I feel like he should be punished for that.
That's painful. He said red, and then I said that you get
powder blue helmets. But
see, my thing is
like you get all
good too, though.
I can't discredit him because I didn't specify that you get everything. So that was my fault.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So he has Ole Miss uniforms. He has the Stanford tree as a mascot, by the way.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Penn State's helmet. Washington State logo. He wants to fly that flag at College game day, be known.
I'll admit that might have been a bad pick.
No, that's an underrated pick the way you described it. The Big House.
The logic behind of it makes it make sense.
Right.
So he has Glory Glory as a fight song. He has the war chant for the entrance, and he has Kirby Smart to honor the visor here, folks, as his head coach. Chris, you are playing in the Big Ten, by the way, at Beaver Stadium to be even better. On Athens campus, your tradition is neck. And I'm upset because I think that might be the MVP pick of the whole thing, because neck is key there, folks. It really is if you really look at it. You have Texas, you have Aggie facilities. You have Notre Dame uniform, Notre Dame uniforms, every Notre Dame uniform. You have UGA, so you have all UGA mascots. Mm-hmm. The Michigan helmet, very iconic, by the way. You have Texas as your logo, so you have the Longhorns. Mm-hmm. Michigan fight song, Clemson's entrance. So you know what though, you might kill it, but at least you stumbled a little bit there going down the hill.
I did, yeah.
But you also have Nick Saban. As TriStar says, his tradition is beating at the ball. Yeah, even in a loss, you rush the field. You look stupid. You look stupid doing it. See, TriStar, that is an underrated campus. App State campus in the fall is gorgeous.
That's a really good pick.
That is a really good pick, actually. I am. Listen.
Team USA is about TriStar kind of rules.
Maction, baby, is my conference. I'm in the MAC. I'll play on Tuesdays. I don't give a shit. Give me Death Valley though. Listen, tell me a MAC school is playing in 100,000 plus. Give me Ole Miss. Give me the Grove. Give me the Grove. Penn State whiteout. Listen, 102,000 drunk people in white. It'd be stupid.
On a Tuesday.
Got a club going up on a Tuesday.
Going up.
Give me Jimmy George's facilities, guys. We're being world class shit right there. Oregon, I get to choose any concept. I have a uniform for every fucking.
I love how he's dressing up all of his picks. By the way, like the way he's delivering this is very one sided.
You got to no. I was doing this for y'all. Calm down. Oregon uniforms. Listen, on a Tuesday, I got the club going up. Got the neon green. Right? How we do? Got my Florida State helmet. Got me the G though. Got the G logo. It's all about the G right there. Give me the USC fight song. Enter Sandman is how I'm entering the stadium, and give me Ryan Day to lead the program.
You're running down the hill.
That's me.
Yeah, no, you're running down the hill. That's right. I was about to say you're running down the hill to enter Sandman. I feel like there would be some confused people.
Oh, I'd be confused as fuck too, yeah. So in the comments, let us know what you thought. But let's go over some picks from these different categories that stick out that didn't get picked. Now that we're out of this live draft filling, what should have been picked? I'm going to go with one here, and I think it's a tradition, and I think it's jump around Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. I thought about that, and ultimately I wanted the whiteout because I feel like the whiteout itself is a lasting tradition in a sense of it lasts for the 4 quarters. Not just for start the 4th quarter.
Right.
So that's my thought. Is there any?
If you're rolling that way, one of my favorites got to be the Iowa wave.
Yes.
Where they all turn, wave to the cancer kids. I mean, it's just you can't beat that.
See, the issue is like I feel like only Iowa can pull that off because of the fact of the geography of the hospital to the stadium.
Yeah, no doubt. But I'm just saying, like,
hypothetically, though, right? Like, if we're in the fantasy scenario like we did just now, I think that's a solid pick. Definitely. See, also Dixieland Delight. Being a Georgia fan, it is still funny to listen to Tennessee and Bama fans argue about the origins of that song.
Hold on. let me stop you right there because it was never an argument until this year. Tennessee fans have been really feeling themselves because they've had a good 365 days, and that will all come crashing down this October when they come to Tuscaloosa, and they know that. But, like, I get it. And I'll tell you what, as a diehard Bama fan that grew up watching – listen, I lived for 15 straight years watching Bama wax these fucking people. But the moment Josh Heupel finished his post-game speech, surrounded by Tennessee fans, and they cranked it up immediately, all-time fucking like awesome power move. It was awesome. It was.
That's the appropriate way to handle it.
Yeah,
and also part of that tradition between the third Saturday and between y'all's rivalry really is smoking a pack.
Yeah, for sure.
That's another underrated thing.
The Dixieland Delight thing has never, whether Tennessee fans want to admit it or not, it's never been a thing that like between Bama and Tennessee. But I've been there multiple times. I've been there when Bama played like Mizzou in 2018. It was the first time they brought it back because they got rid of it for a while and they brought it back. And then I've been there for Auburn games. The best part of Dixieland Delight is when the entire stadium, and it starts the student section, is just saying "fuck Auburn" between every single possible line.
I've heard the unofficial song. Like I have a few friends that are Bama fans who go watch some games. One of the things that really stuck out to me was like the song and how much thought goes into it. Right, like we know Alabama, the song itself. Right. You know, it's one of those. But when you start to hear like the actual unofficial song that they sing, it gets fucking hilarious.
It is a good song.
It does. Let's see. Are there any other ones that I'm sticking out here? So
I've got several.
Go for it. I mean, start listing them off. I'm gonna look around the list here. Just
one, and I'll say this for stadiums, and you guys will hate it, but Bobby Dodd Stadium, strictly because of the picturesque thing in the background of Atlanta being in the background, is a great stadium. I don't want to hear any slander about Bobby Dodd. You can talk all the shit you want to about Georgia Tech, but Bobby Dodd is a fantastic stadium. Oldest stadium still played in besides Legion Field, which is only actually not used anymore. So oldest stadium in the country.
What are your thoughts about the Swamp? I feel like it's a different environment, but what are your thoughts about that? I mean, I
was there for the Tennessee Hail Mary in 2017. Yeah. I left in the first quarter because it was hot as fuck and I had to drive all the way home. So I found out about the Hail Mary as I was getting pulled over by a cop for speeding. So that was fun. Yep. But like the Swamp is cool. It's just super close. It's also the only place I've ever seen a hornet's nest inside the stadium on game day where it was like, how did you not fucking see this?
You know, another one though, Chris, I think another stadium, the Coliseum, the USC Coliseum. What are your thoughts? I mean, like I was sitting there thinking about it, but I just feel like, dude, I have so many flashbacks to like Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart playing there. That like it's kind of ingrained, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. But nowadays, I don't think the flash is there like it used to be.
Right.
Like when you watched 2004, 2005, and you just had a full fucking stadium.
Right.
Reggie Bush running highlight reel runs. It's like wow. But I think DKR is another stadium that I feel
DKR is nice. It's 100,000 too, and it's right in Austin. I think the Coliseum for me, the end zone is cool, where it's like you have like I went out there for the national championship game, and I remember sitting there and I was like, TriStar is awesome. The Roman Coliseum. No, I think I went out there for the national championship and I had to stop by there and I had to stop by the Rose Bowl because I'd never been to either until that point. And I remember going to the Coliseum and it was really cool to see like the Coliseum and you walk up and like the famed, like, because there's so much history there. Like they just had two Olympiads there. It's like, it was, I think, enshrined to JFK. And like you had the Olympics there in 32, I think maybe it was 24 and 84. And so you had like really cool like moments from that. From a tradition, or maybe it wouldn't be entrance standpoint, I think one that's underrated, and I'm not just saying this because of you two, but one that's underrated is Bobo O'Reilly. I think that's like one of my favorite things of all time. Because that song fucking rules.
I mean, it makes sense out here in the field. It's like just get you going.
I love that. I love that a lot. I do like in that case I want Turner Field.
You know, the funny thing is, Chris, $10 says TriStar Googled that name, how to spell it.
Which one?
In North Korea. Oh, Grotto Mayday in Pyongyang, North Carolina.
Yes. That's a lot of Y's. Outside of Froyo, I don't know any other words that have that many Y's. I think actually Froyo only has one Y. God dang it, Chris.
Yo-yo.
But I do think that those are some good ones that like we missed out on. And I'll say another thing, Auburn, being at Auburn, Granted, I was like on the field for it, so it was different because I think if I was in the stands, it would have been not as fun. For the whole game, it was a shit game I was at. Swag Surf is pretty cool, and the eagle flying is
I was about to say the eagle
cool.
flying. The eagle flying might have been an underrated thing that nobody took. It's pretty on up there.
What about Jordan Harris' stadium because of the voodoo graveyard that it's built on?
That's kind of fucked up, but yeah,
it really is. Think about it. We are all three connected by 2013 and Jordan Hare, by the way.
That's the worst.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Are there any other ones? Helmets. So Florida State, Michigan, and Penn State. People can say that Ohio State's helmets are right. Our helmets are iconic, but the leaves make it. It's a sticker that makes it, not the fucking helmet itself. Yeah.
I mean, Texas.
Texas ain't bad. I mean, see, like your Michigan pick was a very solid pick because of the design on it, right? Like that's just iconic to me.
Right.
It really is. Are there any campuses that so we have Athens, Clemson, and Ole Miss? Are there any ones that we overlooked?
Auburn, Knoxville.
Yep.
I've heard like Fayetteville is a top 5 campus in the country. Considered by a lot of people. I'm trying to think because also the thing about Arkansas is that it's nestled in this little place in the country where you get like all the seasons, which is like something we don't really get down in the South. Where it's like one of the reasons why Georgia Auburn has always been my favorite rivalry in the history of college football is because you play it in November and it's always like this crisp autumn air, and then fucking Gus Malzahn had to ruin it and move it to October. So that part sucks. I hate that.
Yeah. So I'm looking at conferences. And I'm going to ask this question to all three of us. Out of all your picks, do you feel like you made a mistake with anyone in specific? If so, would you change it into what? But I'm going to bring up this conference. We're all about that MACtion, but I was sitting there thinking about it. Should I have taken a Power 5 conference?
Well, there's so much like instability with the Power 5 conferences. I will say I think it'll be dissolved at some point. I've always wanted to go on a fall road trip in like the ACC because, and I know the ACC kind of sucks in general in terms. I'm in
the middle of ACC country, dude.
Where are you at?
I'm in North Carolina, right in the middle of the state.
See, I think that like the ACC has some of the most picturesque campuses. Like you can't really say it as much anymore because of like just like the connotations come with it. But like Charlottesville's beautiful. Chapel Hill, I've never been to. That's like a top 5 college bucket list trip for me.
And talk about a helmet that isn't necessarily full of tradition, but the UNC alternate with the like the Tar Heel, like with the foot on the side,
the chromish one.
Yeah.
See, my thing is, dude,
it's not one you could have taken in the draft, but like just like the thought of it with the big blue foot on the side with the, it's a nice helmet.
This hurts me to say this, but so I've had B-Dot on, and B-Dot is the 6-man UNC basketball, things like that. The thing about it is this, Chris, you asked me about being in North Carolina, literally 20 minutes from Greensboro, right? ACC tournament, basketball's right there, all of it. Like 25 minutes away from Wake Forest, an hour away from Carolina, Duke, State, all of it.
Yeah.
But people look at this, and I think people get overlooked on this. ECU, the Pirate, the Field, and the town, Greenville, fucking party school.
Oh, it's a big time party school.
That and Arizona State. You know what though? Speaking of mascots, this is something that I missed. I hate the fact that Arizona State took away from Sun Devil and put the pitchfork. I'm telling you right now, if they still had the retro Sun Devil, that would have been my pick.
Have you been to that campus? Have you ever been there?
I ain't been there.
In 2021, I went there and like I was on a vacation with my ex in Scottsdale area. And I remember going out there and like it's a cool place because it's like Phoenix is 20 minutes like tops from Scottsdale. Scottsdale's like 20 minutes from Tempe, and all of it's like kind of like right there. It's really, really cool. The campus itself, like all the buildings were kind of like gross-ish, like orangish brown desert like mud color. It was like the campus, the downtown area where you drink is awesome. The athletic facilities, cool as shit. But like the campus itself is like, that is a big time party school. Also, I got to jump off here in a minute, guys, because I just got to text my boss.
With that being said, I think that's a perfect time to wrap it up so that we don't let Chris get in trouble.
Yeah, appreciate that.
So with that being said, though, Chris, thanks again for coming on and participating in the draft. I think it's interesting to see that you only picked Saban, considering the fact that you were the homer that everyone claimed you to be.
I appreciate you guys having me on. I've really enjoyed it. I will tell you guys this, and for two reasons. I'll tell you because I feel like for some reason you guys don't know it or don't hear it enough, despite your efforts on social media to say it every day. You're the best program in the country. You are the mountaintop right now. So do I hope you win 3 in a row? Absolutely not. But you guys are the standard right now. And you guys, it's awesome to watch what Kirby's building. And I had a blast going to some of those games this year, specifically Tennessee game. No offense, TriStar.
It would be a shame if someone clipped this and put this all over social media.
The pinned tweet on my Twitter
out for fucking blood. Out for fucking blood.
Yeah, and it was on our podcast, which I'm gonna have to give a shout out. No offense, of College Football Uncensored.
Hey.
When you're done listening to this one, like maybe put it in the rotation. You'll enjoy it for like 30 minutes, and then I'm fun in small doses. But like, yeah, like that's the shit. I'll close by saying this. I was so fucking accurate with everything I said in that video, and Tennessee fans hate me to this day for it.
Well, dude, I watched it. Funny you said that because I watched that like 30 minutes before the show to get pumped up. You up? No, I watched that. I was like, oh yeah, like everything you said. Like going back in retrospect, it was like, yeah, like I felt that way. Just wasn't comfortable with it. But my God, it was that way. Hey, speaking of the podcast, Saturday Down South. Let folks know. No,
that's not me.
I swear to God, it was.
It was.
Oh, okay.
I work for Saturday Down South. I don't write for SDS. I'm not on that podcast. So, but I
got you.
Vern Funquist on social media and the College Football Uncensored podcast. We have new episodes that come out twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
With that being said, guys, go give them a follow. Let us know in the comments. First off, like the video. Comment below who won this draft. We'll have a graphic up for social media, so don't worry. With that being said, have a great weekend. We will catch y'all next time. Chris, as always, thanks for coming back on. We will catch y'all next time. Go Dogs.
Thanks, guys.